I can reflect back the time when I was in school. I can't remember exactly the year. But there was a day when it rained. It didn't rain much, so I had just put on rubber shoes. As I was walking to school, there is a small stream that I have to pass through. And the way they do it in Gano, they have some fetus that they always put across, which we have to go through as we pass. I did slip over. I slipped, and I fell. And because of the peg on which the fetus were nailed on, it bleeds.
It stabbed you?
It did stab my breast, the under part of my breast. Yeah. But because I had worn a sweater and it was rather heavy, it didn't prick through. So it caused some pain. And I said, God, but why? Because I know how delicate the breasts are. When I reached the office, I did pray. It took some 2-3 days. It took some 2-3 days when I was still pondering over it. I ran to my daughter. She told me, you come to the hospital. And that was just Ogogosa dispensary by that time. I went, examination was done, but they did assure me, Mother, there's nothing. So I became rest assured that there's nothing, and I continued with my work. After retirement in 2017, I took some 2-3 years. There was a day that I was going through my breasts. Then I felt a kind of alarm. A small one but hard. By the end of the breast towards the armpit. Then I started questioning myself, what is this now? What can it be? As I was pressing, no pain, but sad. It started troubling me, but I didn't tell anybody. Then there was a time I was sick somehow. I had some malaria. I went to a clinic. I did ask the doctor, Doctor, what can this problem be? He felt it with his hands. Then he told me, Mommy, after the treatment, you come, I write you a sheet to go to Kisumu. That made me fear. I became afraid. Why Kisumu? I thought it ran in my head, what can it be? But after some 2-3 years, I started feeling pain now. It was paining little and disappearing. And now it started growing. It was as if it was cut into two. There was a part going through growing towards my armpit. There was a part growing towards the breasts. Then I have to pray. I said, God, this one now I have to take steps. I have to do something. So after prayers, I got some courage. I said, even if I fear, and this thing is growing, I have to do something. So it is last year now. That was now 2024, towards the end. But I said, let me start the treatment by January. So January 7th, I was at District Hospital. I went through ultrasound. I was referred to another doctor. Then from there, that doctor referred me to Russia, to the laboratory. From the laboratory, I did so many tests. Then it was confirmed that there are cancerous cells in that stuff that they had taken out, the lump that they had taken out. So I started the chemo at Russia. I got the 8 sessions. I finished by August. Then in November, when the breast cancer camp was here, I was one of the beneficiaries. 4th of November, I was through the surgery. Then on the 6th, I was discharged. Coming to this year, by 4th of January, I went to Eldoret. And I started my radiotherapy on 6th of January. Because of the 15th, they were doing planning. So 6th of January, I started my radiotherapy program, finished on the 26th of this month. At the time I came to Russia in the laboratory, I was fortunate that there were some students. Yeah? They were being taken through. Before the main doctor came, the questions they were asking me were leading questions. So over my mind I said, God, this must be a cancerous issue. Because they were asking me, do you have cancer, member in your family? Things like that one. How long has it stayed there? Things like it did lead my mind that this one must be cancer. But because I had prayed, I had said, God, people who are not with cancer, they die. You can die in an accident, you can die in any other thing. You can even die from malaria. So God, give me the courage. When it is cancer, let me face it through. If it is my time, then let it be. But let me not be afraid. So even if they had asked me those questions, and the doctor himself told me, Mother, if it is this thing that I'm suspecting, then you are not going to take that is back to old district. Then it dipped in my mind that this thing must be cancerous. Then she also sent me to other tests. The moment that I was now sent to the oncology department, I was sure that now this thing is cancerous. But I was not afraid, thank God that I wasn't afraid. And remember, I didn't tell any of my family members by that time. Until that time that now I was to start on the chemo, is when now I told my daughters, before telling even my husband, that you know what? The issue of that thing that when I felt that you don't look doctor, it has now turned to be cancerous. And I'm to start on the oncology with the chemo treatment. Then I had to get how to tell my husband, because he looks more afraid than me. Yeah, but of course the family took it in well. They said, we are praying for you, just be courageous. With God there is nothing impossible. So that's the journey that I've walked. I've not been afraid, and remember, I've not been telling each and every person, no. Most of the people in the community didn't know until after surgery. Until after surgery, when my pastor came to pray for me, then when he went back home, he said, okay, Rosemary has had a successful surgery, and now we thank God. It's when people knew that, okay, this woman was suffering from something. But earlier on, I was not telling anybody. They could see that maybe I was going thin. You know, I have some malaria. I could even tell them there's some growth in me. But I was not telling them cancer, because once you say cancer, to some people it is death sentence. The doctors have been very much supportive. Whenever I come, there is not any one day that I've been returned back that maybe there's less blood or anything like that, because we are always being advised. When you are supposed to come for chemo on a Wednesday, on a Tuesday you come for blood test. And you are also advised on the kind of food that you are supposed to eat so that your blood doesn't get less. So those are the things that I was really trying to follow the doctor's instructions, especially the nutritionists. Nutritionists. I was trying to follow their advice so that the blood issue should not be a problem. I was telling those people, why can't you just take me through so that that breast cancer would come with other people, because I've worked so many times. But they said, Mother, you just be patient. Right now, that one is the best. But of course, when they came, we had doctors from outside. Some were from Italy, I don't know from where. They were more than kind. They were talking to us, giving us courage. They talked to you. In fact, you wouldn't even know that you are going through the surgery. They were so polite and encouraging. And in fact, I don't regret anything. And I have to thank the doctors that brought the camp in Kisumu. And I will encourage other women. Whenever they hear of the camp, let them try the camp. We had so many people from South Nyanza, some from Nairobi, some came from Sierra, but it was okay. It was good. I want to thank my Lord that apart from the tests that I did outside the Jaramogi, which we could pay, even though some shower paying part, but when the moment you are identified as a cancer patient, there is no money you are paying. Whether it is blood test, 4,300, that is free. SHA caters for us. Then the chemo is 23,000 and some hundreds. Chemo was catering for, SHA was catering for us. And you know I had 8 sessions. So it was nearing to 30,000 after every 3 weeks. And I did pay any cent. And coming to the surgery, it was pre-authorized as 134,000 and some hundreds, where I could have gotten the money. SHA did clear that one for us, for me as an individual. The surgery itself and even the taking the lump to the laboratory, SHA did it. The discharge, SHA did it. There is nothing that I paid. And I want to thank the government, thank everybody else who thought of SHA. It has done me wonders. So I encourage everybody. People are talking SHA is not working. I don't know where their SHA is not working, but to me, it did work. Our area, the breast cancer people, SHA did us marvelous, especially. When I finished the radio, they just wrote me a letter, referral letter, because that one is Ahero. So the doctor attached to their facility. I was referred to her that she could be working with me this journey. If I have any problem, I can contact her. At the same time, I've not left Jaramogi because I come for medicine. I have a nurse program, which they are giving me once a month. Is what I also came for today. Yeah, but I went to see the surgeon to check if there is any problem. But otherwise, I'm very much okay. I don't feel any pain. And I feel God is great. Yeah, I still be consulting them from time to time. I know they work me the journey, but it has been good. Each and every woman should try at least once a year to see that they go for screening. And it is important, even if you are bathing, you as a woman at home, do try to feel your breasts. Anything which is strange, you go to a doctor. It's better if you start early. If it can be diagnosed early enough, then I believe God will take care of everything. And then we should be away from fear. Let's keep away from fear. People do think that if it is cancer, then it is death. There is no death. Death comes at God's own time. But doctors we have, they treat, but God will cure. That is the thing. And I encourage each and every person, you go to doctors, go to the hospitals. Yeah, there are facilities that are helping you. Yeah, I've been helped, but they can also be helped.